So this is the GoPro Hero 11 Mini. It was released a little later than originally planned. Probably there were some production issues. Today we're going to take a first look at the new GoPro. I'll tell you what I noticed during the first shots and what you should know about the Hero 11 Mini. In addition, I did some extensive overheating tests and I also tested how long the battery lasts compared to the Hero 11 Black. Because battery life and overheating can quickly become decisive disadvantages with a smaller camera. There will be a detailed buying guide to the Hero 11 Black and Hero 11 Mini at a later date. But before that, I would like to test the Mini extensively and also take it skiing with me. What surprised me as soon as I unpacked it is that the Hero 11 Mini comes in the same packaging as the Hero 11 Black. You get the same case and the same accessories. I would have actually expected GoPro to provide a slightly smaller case. And I have to say in all honesty that my first impression was that it is larger than I expected it to be after all. Yes, of course, I knew the dimensions, but it is still something else to take a device in your hand. Here you can see a comparison with the Hero 11 Black. And yes, of course, it is smaller, but the difference is perhaps not as crucial as I expected. It's actually a bit thicker than the Hero 11 Black. The Mini, for example, is significantly larger than the Hero Session was, and of course significantly larger than the Action 2's camera module. The Hero 11 Mini has two buttons, the usual shutter button and the status button on the front. There is a small display on the top. With the help of the status button and the shutter button, you can set the recording mode and the most important settings such as field of view, resolution and frame rate. The general camera settings and also the Pro Tune settings are not available via this menu. You need the smartphone for that. In general, the Mini is designed to be used mainly in combination with a smartphone and the Quick App. Through the Quick App, you have more or less the same settings available as with the Hero 11 Black. So all resolutions and of course the Pro Tune settings. What is not available is a photo mode. Due to the high resolution sensor, you should probably mainly grab frames from a video recording. The time-lapse mode on the other hand is fortunately available. That would have been the much bigger drawback for me. Does it actually take exactly the same shots? Basically yes, although my impression here is that the Hero 11 Black's footage has a bit more saturation, for example in the blue tones. That's surprising because the settings here were identical. Well, let's get to two important topics, battery life and overheating. I attached both cameras to my homemade rig and started a shot in 5K 30. I left all other settings at default, so the bitrate and so on. And I can already say that the Hero 11 Mini in 5K 30 has no problems with overheating, just like the Hero 11 Black. Both cameras were able to shoot until the battery ran out. That's good news. On the Hero 11 Black it was about an hour and 20 minutes. On the Mini it was an hour and 12 minutes. A difference of about 10%. Actually that's surprising because apparently the Hero 11 Mini uses the same Enduro battery as the Hero 11 Black. Also, the Mini only has the small display on the top. You also have to remember that the Mini's battery is fixed and you can't bring replacement batteries. As I said, in 5K 30 there was no problem regarding overheating. How does it look in 5K 60? The situation is a bit different here. In 5K 60 the Mini gives up after about 20 minutes because of overheating. The Hero 11 Black lasts much longer, 27 minutes. That is already a bigger difference. In 4K 120 the 11 Black lasts 21 minutes and the Mini about 16 minutes. Now some will say that this test has no practical significance. Normally you will attach a GoPro to a chest mount, helmet or motorcycle, and of course there will be airstream. So to simulate that I set up a fan. And of course, now both cameras were able to last longer. Actually, the fan was enough to avoid overheating. In 4K 120, both cameras gave up simultaneously after 35 minutes because they ran out of battery. However, it is not particularly warm here. Things might look different in summer. When it comes to battery life and overheating, you should also know that a permanent connection to the smartphone could reduce the mentioned times even more. So what's your first impression? Is the Mini exactly what you were hoping for? You can find links to both cameras in the video description. I will test the Mini tomorrow while skiing. A detailed video will follow, so stay tuned and see you next time.